Okay, picture this. You're trying to figure out where to eat. You're definitely not in the mood for fast food. But, a super fancy fine dining restaurant just feels like a bit much. So you're scrolling through your options, and you see that term pop up over and over again, casual dining. We all kind of get what it means, but what does it really mean? Right? It's that perfect sweet spot right in the middle, between a quick burger joint and a place with white tablecloths. And honestly, that's probably why it's the kind of restaurant most of us go to most of the time. So let's just dive in and really figure out what defines that casual dining experience.
So first things first, before we get into the vibe and the food, we need a solid, clear definition. What are the actual building blocks of this entire restaurant category?
And at its absolute core, it really is this simple promise. You're going to get great food in a relaxed atmosphere. It's a place that's designed to make you feel comfortable the second you walk through the door, where the real focus is on the meal and the people you're with, not on a bunch of formality.
And you can break that big idea down into these 3 essential pillars. First, it's affordable. Now, that doesn't mean cheap like fast food, but it's reasonably priced. Second, the setting is comfortable. We're talking cozy booths, sturdy tables, that kind of thing. And finally, the whole atmosphere is just relaxed. You get those 3 things right, and boom, you've got the foundation of a great casual dining spot. Okay, so we've got the pillars, but how do they actually build the experience? What does it feel like to walk in and sit down for a meal? Well, that all comes down to 2 things, the vibe and the service.
And that vibe, it is crafted very, very intentionally. You'll usually notice a mix of warm and bright lighting that makes the space feel both cozy and lively at the same time. The decor is almost always family-friendly, and you'll often find a whole bunch of different seating options, from bar stools to comfy sofas, so there's something for everyone. And of course, there's usually some music playing in the background or a TV on to complete that laid-back feel.
The service flow is also designed to be super predictable and comforting. You know the drill. You get greeted, you're seated, and you place your order, sometimes with a server, sometimes at a counter. But here's the crucial part. The food is brought directly to your table, so it's basically full service, just without all the stuffiness.
All right, we've covered the atmosphere, we've talked about the service, but what about the main event, the food? Let's get into the culinary philosophy and the kinds of menus you're likely to see.
And this quote right here just nails the mindset perfectly. The chefs in these kitchens are pros, and they're using quality ingredients, for sure. But the focus isn't on some kind of mind-bending experimental cuisine. It's all about serving consistently, delicious, often family-friendly food that just makes you feel good. And a huge part of delivering that whole good food experience, it's giving people options. The menu is really where casual dining shines, because it offers this wide variety of choices that are designed to make pretty much everyone at the table happy, from the pickiest eater to the most adventurous one. So, this is the type of menu you're gonna see most often. A la carte just means you build your own meal. You pick your main, you pick your sides, you pick your drink, and each thing has its own price. It gives you total control over what you're eating and what you're spending. Now, sometimes you might also see a prix-fixe menu. It's French for fixed price, and it's basically a curated, multi-course meal, like an appetizer, a main course, and a dessert, all for one single price. It's a really great way to try a range of what the kitchen does best without having to do all the guesswork. And beyond the main event, you're almost always going to find these other specialized menus. You'll see a children's menu with those kid-friendly classics, a dessert menu for when you need that sweet finish, and of course, a full beverage menu with everything from sodas to cocktails. All right, so now we know exactly what to expect from the restaurant. But what does the restaurant expect from us? Let's talk a little bit about the etiquette of casual dining. The dress code is pretty easy to remember because it's right there in the name, casual. Just think comfortable. T-shirts, jeans, even sweatpants are totally fine a lot of the time. The main things you want to avoid are items you probably wouldn't wear indoors in public anyway, like swimwear. If you're ever in doubt, just aim for relaxed and comfortable, and you'll be fine. When it comes to how to act, it's all pretty straightforward. Common sense, really. If you've got a reservation, try your best to be on time, because these places can get busy. It's always a good idea to limit your phone use and just be present with the people you're with. And yeah, you're encouraged to talk and have a good time. Just be mindful of your volume so you're not disturbing the table next to you. Ah, yes. The question on everybody's mind, especially here in the US. You've had a great meal, the service was fantastic. What is the right amount to leave for a tip? Okay, here it is. The number to remember. The standard tip is somewhere between 15 and 25%. And this is super important, that's calculated on your total bill before the tax is added. Some places might suggest amounts for you on the receipt, but this range is the general rule of thumb you want to follow for good service.
So we've gone through the entire customer experience, from the moment you walk in to the moment you pay the bill. But who are the people making it all happen? Let's take a quick peek behind the curtain at the teams running the show. The whole team is basically split into two main groups. You've got the front of house, or FOH. These are all the people you see and interact with. The manager, the host who greets you, your server, the bartender. Then you've got the back of house, or BOH. That's the engine room, the executive chef, the cooks, the dishwashers, everyone in the kitchen who you don't see but who are absolutely essential to making your meal happen. So, to wrap this all up, here's your simple go-to checklist. The next time you're out and about, just ask yourself these 3 little questions. Is the atmosphere relaxed? Is the menu affordable with a good amount of variety? And is the service full but still pretty informal? If you can check all 3 of those boxes, then yep, you're in a classic casual dining spot. So there you have it, a complete breakdown of casual dining. It really is the reliable, comfortable, and delicious backbone of the restaurant world. Which leaves me with just one last question for you. When you think about it, what truly makes your perfect casual dining experience? Is it all about the food? Is it that perfect, relaxed vibe? Or is it that friendly, on-point service? Something to chew on next time you go out for a meal.